CRL here in France. Um, Looking for some good racing today. We're going to start out with 15 drivers. Had a few guys that couldn't make it today, but still looking for some good racing.
Oh, a bunch. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Being racing,
Yeah, France is
some high
definitely
speed
one.
stuff.
Yeah, France is definitely one where you never know what might happen, especially on the weather end. I think every league race that I've ever raced so far has been in the wet in France. So excited to see how that's going to pan out, if we're going to have a dry race or if it's going to continue that trend of wet races here.
It definitely seems to, like you said, trend that way. I know all of my practices this week. If I didn't set it to clear weather, it was generally dark.
Yep.
Sometimes I'd get through qualifying, but the race tended to be wet. So
Yeah, so far it looks like the guys are having some good weather. I don't see a cloud in the sky right now, so maybe it'll hold off for them for a little while. But yeah, never know about France. It could go either way, so we'll be excited to see. Looks like we've got JJ Dog and Passassin out laps, so they're going to be one of the first few to get a qualifying lap in.
looks like JJ Dog should be first. Oh, maybe not. Assassin is first across the line.
That first chicane is going to be a big problem for some of our guys. Not really a track where you need to worry about penalties a whole lot besides those first couple of turns. I know it's really easy to cut that first corner and then go wide in the second. So
Yeah, it should be interesting to start.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be one of those tracks where you want to put a good lap in pretty quick and just try to improve on it after that.
I guess one nice thing for some might be the lack of very tight walls. There's a lot of runoff areas, and
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so I
there's
think that might save some guys' wings, but potentially.
right for sure. Yeah, don't expect to see many retirements on this track.
Assassin's coming across the line to set the first lap.
A little late opening that DRS flap on the rear.
He
Not
was
sure
at
if
the
that's going
start
to
of his
hurt him.
lap too, which was surprising.
Yeah, yeah, definitely want to get any kind of advantage that you can. Not sure that it'll affect it a whole lot, but
JJ Dog beats him by 3/10.
got J95 in 132.028. Got our Tier 1 driver Black Stig out on a hot lap.
JPR moves up to P3 in the racing point.
130.5. That's going to be a solid lap. That's one of those, like I said, you want to put a solid lap in and then try to improve on it after that. So got Stig about to come across. 130.9. With 15 drivers, I mean everybody's safe going as far as getting into Q2. but I feel like he's gonna want to improve that time.
Yeah, he most certainly will. He's going to be pushing. Well, FaZe right now has got a purple sector 1.
Ooh.
See if he can keep that going.
Yeah, he's got a Ferrari pretty close on the rear of him there. I wonder if he's trying to get a tow. Looks like that's going to be ISRL Astonik. Kind of surprised we hadn't seen as many laps in already at this point. We just got Warrior Ants coming across for 130.2. FaZe is about to come across the line here.
132.6.
So that's going to put him P7. We still have about half the field who hasn't put a lap in yet.
132.6.
Still got Buck in the pit, as well as Alkaline Rage and JK. So, not sure if they're waiting for that track to heat up or what's going on with them, but I'm gonna say that they're gonna want to come out pretty soon to get one in. As I say that, there is a Red Bull coming out. That's gonna be Alkaline Rage. I see we've got a couple more finished. Kevo with a 131.2, and then Ardunk with a 131.3. So that puts him in 6th and 7th.
Some decently close times, so I guess we'll see how Q2 goes. Like you said, everyone's safe right now, so
Right, right.
as long as nobody slides out and crashes into a wall, they'll be able to set a time for
Yeah,
Q2.
it should be pretty hard to do that here with as much runoff area as there is, like you said. So. Got Crew Steamer on a hot lap coming down the back straight.
Oh, he invalidated. Must have took a corner a little too wide.
Yeah, it's easy to do here. As fast as the track is, you want to get every advantage that you can. And sometimes that means cutting a corner or two. So he's gonna head back into the pits and regroup. We've got Alkaline Rage out on an outlap now.
Getting those tires warmed up.
Yeah, it looks like he's the only one now who hasn't put a lap in that is going out now. So curious to see what he's doing. He's one of our top 5 in the point standings, so definitely looking for some big things today from him.
I'm sure he'll definitely want to get a lap in this week, because if I recall, last week he failed to sneak one in time.
A couple of times where I've commentated, he likes to wait towards the end until he starts putting his laps in. And I know a track like Canada is definitely tough. That last chicane just killer for a lot of guys. So I try to get as many chances as I can around tracks like that.
I was just looking up some of the stats on this track over the years, and Looks like Lewis Hamilton has the fastest pole position lap at 128.3. So I wonder if anyone will be able to beat that.
Ooh, that's solid. Uh, JJ Dogs in P1 is a 129.3, so he's still got a second to make up to get to that.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, the track's going to heat up as the qualifying sessions continue, so the times will get faster, especially in Q3. So yeah, we might could see it happen today. We'll see. As I say that, we've got Alkaline Rage put in his first lap at a 131.4. That's going to put him P9. Looks like we've got
Got quite a few drivers that are happy with their time. They just retired and
yeah,
wait for Q2.
yeah. It could be also with the 15 drivers, everyone's going to advance to Q2. So once they put a lap
That'll be the
in,
real test.
yeah, once they put a lap in, you might as well just retire and move on to Q2. Is here, but definitely going to be interesting for the guys. The guys toward the back of the pack. A lot of the times they want to make a different strategy and try to take a chance. So we'll see how that pans out. On board with Buck here. He's about to come into the sector 2. One of the last few guys to fail to record a lap so far.
JK is coming on to the final straight here to set his first lap. Bumps to P4.
130.4 on the mediums as well. That's massive. That's very fast.
If he's moving that quick on the mediums, you should definitely look for him in the top few of the race here, I think.
Yeah, I think JK's he's using a little strategy here. Going out on those mediums in Q1, I feel like he's definitely going to be on the softs in Q2, trying to save as many sets as he can. Got ISRL Astanik coming into Sector 2. So we have everybody. Everybody's actually put a lap in now. So ISRL is sitting in P13 with a 132.1, and Buck with a 131.2 puts him in P8. So I think we only have about 3 drivers left on the track. Looks like Buck might be trying to improve his time. It's about to enter Sector 3.
I didn't notice, but we're down a driver.
No, I know at the beginning, um, the lineup on the side started with number 2, and it went to 15. So I wonder if it just corrected itself.
Oh, must have.
Strange things this game does. Yeah, it
Looks like
seems.
everyone's in the pits here. They must be ready to retire and move on to Q2.
Guess this would be a good time to kind of give you some more facts about the French track. Michael Schumacher has actually won more French Grand Prix than any other driver, with 8. He actually took most of his victories at the Magny-Cours track, so not actually the track that we're on today. Ferrari actually has 17 wins at Paul Ricard, so that's insane.
Yeah, it hasn't. The circuit hasn't been used in Formula One for a very long time. It's only been, well, the track is only since 2011, so fairly new as far as some of the other tracks go.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. I mean, even by looking at the surface always looks brand new every time that I've ever raced here. So definitely looks a lot better than some of the circuits that we visit throughout the year.
On to Q2.
All right, so this is where the
This is
real
where it'll
fun
count.
begins. Yeah, for sure. Um, the tires that these guys will be setting their fastest lap on in Q2 will actually be the tires that they will have to start the race on. So a lot of strategy comes into Q2, whether you want to maybe start on a harder compound and maybe start a little farther back in the field, or if you want to go for the softs and try to set as fast a lap as you can. Just kind of depends mainly on the weather here, especially, but also just how comfortable you are on each tire. So never know how it might affect the race.
Yeah, it seems like it can go either way for some drivers. Some guys make a one stop, some guys are trying for a two stop starting on the softs.
Right.
It works out for some and not so much for others, so we'll have to get somebody in here near the end of Q2 and see if we can get some insight on the projected weather for the race.
Oh yeah, for sure. And looks like we've got one, two, 4 on the softs, and right now 1 on the medium who are actually out on the track. So a few more guys on the softs than I would have imagined. Like I said, not sure about the tire strategy, but it seems like on 2020 it's kind of hard to get a one stop out of soft to hard. So these guys may
Yeah,
be
that's a
going
long
for a
time
two
to
stop.
stretch them.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like Passassin is going to be the first across the line to start his hot lap.
So just like in real life, the Haas will be the first time that we get. It always kills me to see them lining up first. Seems like every week they love being the first ones out.
Well, Grosjean needs all the practice he can get.
That's true. That's true. In a safe environment.
Alright, Passassin's coming to the final straight there. See what he sets for a time, and See what everybody else has to beat.
129.3. So that's pretty similar to what he had last in Q1, I believe, and maybe 3/10 faster. So the track's definitely heating up.
J95 is gonna come across here. 131.5.
131.5.
Quite a few guys coming out on the mediums. Maybe just trying to get an idea how fast they can move around the track
Right.
without the
Yeah.
soft tire.
And that is one thing about maybe going out on the mediums first. You kind of get a practice run if you want. Um, but if you go with the softs and you put a lap in, you're pretty much locking yourself in to starting on the softs.
Mm-hmm.
Got our dunk coming up to the last corner, about to start a hot lap. Looks like we missed Cruise Steamer. He had a 134.7. That's going to be on the softs. So everybody with the lap in so far on the softs. Got several medium runners out. Our dunk with the purple sector 1. So he's moving it pretty good right now.
Oh, JK was on a hot lap, but he invalidated. Must have went a little too wide or cut a corner. Got the
Weird.
Williams of Orions coming around. See what he can put in. Good enough for P2.
Yeah, 131.4. That's solid. Kevo on the mediums as well, 131.4. So they only have 0.02 of a second separating Kevo and Warrior Ants. And that was actually Kevo's second lap on those mediums. It's really strange for me seeing some of these guys from Tier 1 in some of the cars that they're in. you you get so used to seeing everyone kind of run the same cars in the league, and then when they reserve in other tiers and things, it gets really confusing.
Don't expect to see him in that seat.
No, not at all.
All right, JPR, he's coming across.
So 131.8. That's good for P5, and that's also on the mediums. So right now, maybe it's looking like more medium tire runners than softs. Did not look like that to start. Maybe everybody changed their mind.
Well, and once again, it kind of looks like some of the guys might be waiting for a little bit more heat or something. They're still in the pits, so.
Yeah, good idea with those medium tires especially. You want to get as much out of them as you can, and you definitely don't want to put more laps on them than you need to. So not a bad idea to maybe hang around till maybe about this time, really. Just enough time where you can get maybe 2 laps in if you need to.
We got JJ Dog coming across.
P2, 130.0. So that's solid
Very
on the
quick
mediums.
on that medium.
Yeah, for sure. He's leading the pack with the mediums by 1.5 seconds right now. So that's a solid lap.
He knows how to drive that McLaren, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Our points leader by a pretty good margin right now. A lot of guys looking for some big points here today, though.
Well, and with not a full grid, I think that'll help some guys get into the points.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, today could be a good day for some of the midfield guys. Looks like we've got FaZe. He invalidated.
Oh no, and he's right at the end of the lap too.
he's got enough fuel, he might just go ahead and put another lap in on those mediums. Got Phase entering sector 3, so he's... Oh, he just invalidated again. 5 minutes left, so I think he still has enough time to get a lap in, but it's going to have to be... he's got one chance, basically, at this point. So he's gonna have to put down a good lap under a lot of pressure on this last run.
J95 was really pushing that Alfa Romeo and almost hit a wall.
Mm, I see he's invalidated as well. Got Buck on the softs on a hot lap. Looks like he's in sector 1, so he's just starting. Purple sector 1.
Still 7 drivers failed to put a lap in yet.
We had someone leave the session, so just got to invite out to them.
Got Stig in the Mercedes. He's coming close to that final straight. See what he can put in.
Ooh, P3.
On the medium. Impressive. A lot of guys are shooting for that medium tire.
Yeah, definitely more than the soft. We've got 1, 2, 3. Only 4 guys out of the 14 on softs at this point. Had Buck come around for a 131.9. That puts him P8. So he's sitting pretty close to that cut line there. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get another one in. He might just have to wait it out and see. Looks like we've got JK running another hot lap. He's still on those mediums, so he must have had enough fuel to get another one in.
Alkaline Rage is coming through on sector 2, trying to set his first lap. Once again on the mediums.
Got a purple sector too, so he's getting along pretty well right here. Got JK about to go through the last corner. Ooh, nearly spun. It was a great save. He jumps up to P3, so that's a solid lap. After that that mishap in the final corner.
Here comes Alkaline. Ooh, bumps right to P10.
That's close.
Right on the edge. Crew Steamers is coming out again on 4-lap old soft, so he's really trying to push and see if he can get into Q1 or 3, pardon me.
Yeah, he's sitting just outside in P11. He is going to have to pick up about 2 seconds to knock Alkaline Rage out of that position.
Alkaline had just enough fuel to make that lap. He was trying to come back around to the pits and ran out of fuel. Oh, he got bumped out.
Oh wow,
So Alkaline won't have enough time to make it.
who passed him?
I want to say Buck.
I think you're right. Well,
Buck put in his first lap on
Buck's
the softs, and
I think it was FaZe in the McLaren
oh, yep,
in
I believe it
P4,
was too.
130.6. That's a good lap.
Astunik got out just in time in that Ferrari. He's on his hot lap. His only lap.
Yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on you to put a solid lap in, especially um, like you said, I'm 7 to make it in. I don't know if my nerves could handle that.
I think I'd be in the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, it must have some sort of a glitch. It shows that he's on a soft, but looking at his car, he's definitely on some mediums. That bright yellow sidewall. So,
Yeah, I'm showing that he's on mediums.
oh, I must not be catching up. DRS open. Oh, he just
Oh,
squeaks in.
P10. Wow.
10th of a second quicker than JPR and bumps him out of there.
Wow. So Buck went from 9th to 12th. He was in the top 10, right?
He was, yep.
Wow.
Some guys right at the end of the qualifying session must have really been pushing.
Put in a lap. Wow, that's impressive.
So it looks like we got our top 10 moving into Q3.
Yeah. Got a good mix of soft and medium runners.
Assassin's at the top there. He's really been improving in a short period of time.
Yeah, for sure. He's been with us for, I think, this will be his second week full time. Um, he actually got the pole position last week. Had some issues early on in the race and ended up in, I believe he finished in 8th. But yeah, just a young guy, got a lot of potential. Looking forward to see what he can do.
Seven out of the top 10 drivers are on the mediums.
Wow.
So I wonder if they're going to be going for a one-stop strategy or not.
I would think so.
Medium to hard.
Yeah, I would think so. Just chancing it, trying to get into Q3. I think you almost have to go medium hard. I don't see many guys going medium soft or anything like that. But yeah, so that sets us up for Q3. We've got JPR, Buck, Alkaline Rage, and R Dunk who won't continue into Q3. So their order is set. So yeah, we're setting up for an interesting race already, just with these different strategies. we've got a couple of guys at the top, 1 and 4, sitting on the softs. So we'll see how that strategy holds up. So I guess this would be a good time to let everybody know about our website. Don't forget to check out the official Can-Am Racing League website for drivers, standings, drivers lineups, countdown to green, rules, and more. The newest edition of the stream page allows viewers to see all the action in one place. Check out our streamed race commentary right on board with your favorite steward or driver. Check out this and more at www.can-amracingleague.com.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Chris H Designs, um, for all your wheel accessories and more. Some guys on the Can-Am Racing League are using his equipment and putting it through the test week after week, and everything's holding up. So it's a great addition to the league.
Yeah, for sure. Chris has been great for us. Like you said, I know several of the stewards have his magnetic shifters, and they all seem to enjoy them. So yeah, definitely check him out. All right, looks like got some guys coming out pretty early. Got Pass Assassin out again pretty early. Looks like he's the first one out. So continuing that trend, it's worked pretty well for him so far.
Yeah, he usually seems to try to get out as soon as possible. So maybe it's part of his strategy, put the pressure on everyone to try and make
Yeah,
a quicker lap than him.
yeah,
So
for sure. Kind of put something out there and just tell everybody to go chase it. Got a lot of guys starting hot laps. Riding on board now with J95 coming through sector 1. Actually put up a purple first sector. Little lock up there. Looks like we've got Pass Assassin coming across. 129 too, so he's very consistent.
he certainly is.
I believe it was a 129.3 in Q2. So definitely going to have time to put in another lap and maybe improve on that. Black Stig with a 129.6. That's going to be a solid one. And we also got J95 with a 132.2 currently in P3. Got JJ Dog coming around the last corner. P1, 128.9. So we're in the 128s now. I know that you said the fastest was a
Oh, JK just
128.3.
quickly popped one in there too.
Ooh. So got a lot of guys coming across the line here. JK with a 128.9, as well as JJ Dog. Warrior Ants 129.5 in P4. ISRL Astonik 130.7 in P6. And looks like we've got Kevo coming across the line here with the 130.6. So that's going to put him P6. Yeah, anything in the 128s here is massive. That's really getting it around the track. Looks like we've got three so far.
Gonna try poking around and see if we can't get somebody, an eliminated driver, to hop into our lobby here and see if we can't figure out what the weather is gonna do and such.
All right. Got FaZe coming across the line for his first hot lap. And a 131.5, so that puts him in P8. We also had J95 with a 132.2 in P9. Got Crew Steamer coming out for his out lap. Gonna try to get Buck in here to see if he could give us a weather report and just kind of see what his thoughts were in the qualifying session so far. What's going on, Buck?
Not much.
Well, any news on the weather? We're gonna have rain, or is it gonna be pretty dry?
It's overcast right now, but it looks like I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay dry the whole race.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of disappointing, but
No, not really. I love it when it doesn't rain. So
yeah.
any day that I get no rain, I'll take it. So I just got a lot of work to do now. So I was considering before this, I was doing 129s and time trials, and the previous race I did before this race, practicing for France, and for some reason I just couldn't get out of a 131. I don't know what happened. So I got a lot of work to move up.
Really good or really bad. So, I mean, there's a couple of corners where you can either gain or lose a ton of time. So if you can't hook up one, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it definitely is tough. I like I said, I don't know. I felt confident coming in, and I was like hitting my 129. I was like, perfect. Everybody started hitting 130s. I was like, I could kind of get into the top 5, but
right.
I don't know. Something's just
okay. Yeah, it's definitely a track. Definitely a track you can make a lot of passes on. So yeah, definitely
I'm
not
not
out
really
of it
too
yet.
worried. Yeah, plus with the new rules in effect for today's race with the point system and the Tier 1 drivers, so I'm trying to fight as much as I can.
Yeah, it's going to be a big points day for the full-time drivers. Got several
Yeah, that's
reserves in this week, and so yeah, definitely one you want to maximize your result in. Try to get as many as you can.
yeah. I told Passon that he needs to just keep his head straight and work hard since he's at the top of the pack right now.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he put a crazy lap in, 128.9. That's insane.
yeah, I thought him and JK put in 128. So I was like, well,
Yep.
it's gonna be a long fight for 29 laps or
Yeah, if he
26.
can just stay consistent, he'll be near the top.
Yep. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yep, that's definitely what I'm gonna tell him. So
Yeah, so looking for a big day from Haas. Uh, no, you're not really
hopefully,
where you want to be in the drivers or in the constructor standings right now, but this could be a massive turning point if you got two big finishes
It
from
could
you guys.
it could
yes.
definitely bump some points up for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not even worried about constructor. We're not even worried about drivers' championship points at this point. We're just trying to get as many constructor points as we can, and if he can finish a top 5, and I can at least get in the top 10, maybe we can
Yep.
get some points in there for us. So
Yeah, that'd be massive on a day like today.
yes, it will. So that's what we're hoping for.
All right, man. Well, we got 1 minute
All right,
left. We'll let you go and get ready for the race, but good luck and stay safe out there.
all right. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Buck.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely some points can move around today for sure.
Yeah, we've got a few of our top drivers out. So, like I said, these guys in the mid pack and the lower mid pack, they're gonna be looking for some big point stays. Ooh, JK goes around. So that's gonna do it for him. He's gonna be sitting on a 128.9. Looks like everybody is out on the track right now. So definitely want to make sure we give everybody enough space. Got Assassin coming around, finish his lap. P1, 128.6. That is insane.
Wow. That's a 3/10 improvement. That's quite a bit.
And only 3/10 from the record. Got JJ Dog right behind him, 128.69. So we're setting up to have a pretty nice nice race for first here. We've got Black Stig sitting on a 129.4. He's in P4. We've got FaZe coming to the end of his lap. He's trying to move up from P8. And he does. P6, 130.3.
That's a solid lap. Crew Steamers is coming around near the end of his first hot lap. See if he can bump up in that AlphaTauri.
So
Oh, we can't quite get there.
yeah, he's going to stay P10. That was actually the first lap that he completed, so yeah, I'm not sure how these guys, how they manage their nerves on those kind of runs. I definitely like
When
to.
you have to put in a lap.
Right, I definitely like to have one in the bank and try to improve on that. But whatever works.
Well, I believe we have our grid finally figured out.
Yeah, I believe we're set. Assassin and
Front row
JJ
with
Dog putting in massive laps. 128.6.
second row with JK and Stig.
Yeah.
Third row, Warriors and Astunik. Fourth row, we got FaZe and Kevo, P9 and P10 with J95 and Crew Steamers.
I can't remember what JJ Dog was he? I believe he was on the mediums in Q2, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he was as well, yeah.
So if he
If I
can,
recall correctly.
he's going to want to hold it pretty close to Passassin on the softs. If he does that, he should be sitting pretty. So yeah, this is definitely, the strategies are definitely going to play a part in the outcome of this race.
See if that weather holds up. Oh, she's looking a little dark.
It sure is. I know the last race in Tier 1, it said that the rain wouldn't start until the very end of the race, and it started maybe a little before halfway. So the weather report's not always accurate.
Which seems to be the same way in real life.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, that definitely can change up a game plan in a hurry and cause some grief for some drivers.
Yeah, definitely. When you have a rain race, it can switch up the order. I know a lot of guys uh, who absolutely despise when it rains, and then I know a lot of guys who love when it rains. So uh, just hope you're on the right
The ones
side
that
of
love
that.
it are probably the ones that practice it. Start of the formation lap, here we go. Everyone getting that tire warm-up swerve in.
Yeah, so Passassin's the only one in the top 6 on the soft tire.
Well, that could be interesting for him.
Yeah, if he can get a good start here, he might be able to pull a gap. That's going to be big for him if he can. Of course, we've got our crazy predicted pit stop strategy. I don't think it's ever said the correct strategy, so we won't even pay attention to it.
Be interesting to see what the Red Bulls can do today.
Yeah.
Alkaline is in second in the driver standings, Bowtie's in 8th, but they're third overall in constructor standings, so
Yeah, Alkaline Rage.
if they can move up into the points, they can bump
He's
themselves up.
for sure. He's got a lot of work to do starting P13. He is electing to be on the softs, though, so kind of the alternate strategy to what everybody else is running, especially in the top 10.
Coming around onto the final straight here, ready to line up and wait for lights out.
Always nice to see everybody keep it clean in the formation lap.
Most definitely. Now the tension builds. Now they start getting nervous.
Making me nervous. All right. One of these days the lights will come on.
Something must just not quite be right.
Seems like the last few times it's kind of taken a little while.
Make it worse on the nerves for the guys.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, go ahead and get a screenshot of the reset we can.
Got it. Yeah, there must be something's going on. Come on, Codemasters.
Yeah, can always count on them to give us a good solid game that's going to run well online and for our league races.
I know some guys are asking for a restart. We may have to.
Yeah, if it continues much longer, I'm thinking that we're going to have to restart.
No, Crew Steamers said that some guys aren't quite loaded into the race yet. So it may.
I wonder how that's possible. If they ran a formation lap already.
Well, if I know if it's anything like my luck, for whatever reason, it always tends to kick me out of the start.
Alright guys, if you're listening, if we do end up having to restart, make sure that you pick the right tires. There's going to be big penalties for people who change tires, so we're going to make sure that everybody's starting on the same tire that they should be on.
I think we may have to.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a minute
Long
here.
enough.
Yep.
Well, we apologize, race fans. We're just having some technical difficulties.
Alright guys, so we're going to restart. If you're listening, go ahead and back out and we'll get you an invite sent as soon as we get the lobby up, okay? Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. We'll cancel this lobby and restart another one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. One of the first league races that I ran, that happened to. Um, but we kind of chalked it up to the game being new and just some bugs. But yeah, first time it's happened this late in the process for sure. I might have to get JK in here. That way we can set up the lobby if he hasn't already. Okay. JK's got it. Never mind. So I think we'll keep the stream going just so we don't have two separate ones. You think that'll
Yeah, we
be
might
okay?
as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It should keep everyone in there, and it should be started up fairly quickly here. So.
Let's see if I can get in there with JK before he actually sends me a invite. Okay. Alright, let's see. Figure out who we're missing. We need Astonik, and I sent him one. JJ Dog. So we're missing two. Who are they? JPR. Cruise Steamers is in. Alkaline Rage.
I think we're just missing an alkaline.
Yep, I believe that's right. That would be our 14. There he is. So he'll pick his car and we'll be ready to go. Alright, everyone go ahead and ready up. Here we go. Try it one more time.
Hopefully it works out better this go around.
Maybe so. Weather definitely looks better this go around than it did the last
It's
time.
certainly improved.
So I'm sure a lot of guys are pretty excited about that.
Oh, we got some guys in the Discord saying that the
Yeah, it's
lineup is incorrect.
it definitely is. I know JPR was not in the front. Looks like that might be the only difference.
Well, they're all moving, so we would have just put one or some of the guys down a little bit, but they're electing to keep going, so we will have a race start. Knock on wood. Well, JK realized, he said JPR is going to try to let the people through to get back to his position as best he can without
Yeah, I think
messing things up.
that's the best alternative, just besides completely resetting the lobby again, which I don't think anybody would want to do.
No.
So good on JPR to agree to that.
Well, there's that predicted pit stop strategy. I wonder if anyone's going to follow that.
Yeah, what did it say? Soft, hard,
It
hard.
showed a medium hard strategy and then a
Okay.
soft medium strategy.
Wow, maybe it is right then. That's impressive.
Which could happen.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Was not expecting it to be correct. Yeah, anxious to see how this is gonna work. Where he's gonna let these guys through at. The first couple of corners are kinda tight, so we'll see.
Here we go. Lights out.
So looks like Pass is gonna stay in first. Yeah, that's tough. Got a couple of guys wide, and we've got Kevo. Looks like he's got turned around in the back there. The two Alfa Romeos are already in the rear, so not sure. Hopefully they didn't make contact with each other. Would not be good for them. So we've got JPR in 10th, so that's pretty close to where he should be. Already got Black Stig up in P2. He's making a run.
Got some pretty tight pack there. It should make an interesting turn here.
Yeah, not sure what happened to JJ Dog. He's dropped back to 6th, so something had to have happened with him. Got Bays and JK. Nose
Assassin
to
and
tail.
Stig are trying to jump out ahead.
Yeah, Assassin's going to want to build a gap on those softs. Stig's on the mediums. So he's going to want to build as much of a gap as he can pretty early while DRS isn't active. Oh, Assassin's had issues. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, and JK gets into the rear of FaZe. And there goes Crew Steamers. It's getting wild.
There's still some pretty close cars here, so it might make for a good couple laps here.
Yeah, Black Stig out to a 3-second lead. Got a yellow flag, got a Red Bull Alkaline Rage in the rear. Looks like he's missing an in. No, he's not. No damage, so he should be good to go. Got the two McLarens running 5th and 6th.
Ardunk was hunting the McLarens down pretty hard there, but couldn't quite pass through the corners.
JJ Dog gets a 3-second penalty. It's very early for that.
Must be cutting some corners.
Yeah, it looks like Ardunk is making the inside move. He's on the mediums. He makes it stick. Bays goes out wide. Not sure if he may have been trying to just stay out of the way, keep from avoiding contact, but just kind of let him have it there. Got the two Alpha Tauris battling for 3rd. Oh, JK throws it in there on the inside. And it looks like Assassin's closing that gap. It's down to 2 seconds. So he's gained nearly a second in a lap and a half.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want to make that up before too long, so he can make that start on the softs work for him. Still got a pretty close middle of the field there.
Yeah, we've got Buck and Warrior Ants pretty close here. Buck on the soft, so he's going to have an advantage. DRS is active, so he's going to have that as well.
There's gonna be a lot of DRS right now.
Yeah, everybody's really bunched up right now, looks like.
Could make for some interesting straights here.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the first man in that DRS train because he's going to get just ran by. Buck's closing the gap here. He might make a move.
Well, I guess there's a couple 1 second gaps there between each other. So.
Yeah, there is a few. Just enough to break up the DRS train, I guess. So Buck's already up to 8th. Starting in, was it 12th? He's already up into the points. So, yeah. He's looking to make a move on Warrior ends. He's got DRS. Overtake going.
Can he get it?
It's going to be close. He slips out there.
Oh, yeah, he pulls it.
He got it. Nice move. Warrior ends doesn't look like he's finished
Warrior
with him,
though. No, he's not letting him by that easy. JPR's coming up on him pretty quick here, too.
Yeah, he's pulled on the rear of him already.
Pushing pretty hard. He was over 4 seconds behind the pack, and he's trying to move up in there.
That's one of those instances where having the wide track really helps. Didn't pick up any damage, so he should be good to go as planned. 8/10. Still got Warrior ends and Buck battling it out back here. JPR is looking for a move.
Yeah.
Oh, Stig with the penalty. Assassin is coming. Got a lot of ERS too. Definitely got the advantage on Stig in that regard. I'm going to bet he's going to be looking for a move in this next DRS straight.
Putting the pressure on Stig for sure.
Yeah, here he comes.
ERS on as well.
Yep. I think he's going to have it done. Yeah, before they even get to the corner. Hey, do you mind getting our dunk invite?
I'll get another invite too.
So Assassin is using the ERS. He's down to nearly 0. Had to use a good bit to make that move on Stig. So that's what it's there for. You definitely want to use it in those case scenarios when you're looking to make a pass. So he's going to be trying to build a gap on Stig in the next few laps while he's still on those softs. Starting to spread out a little bit. Something's happened with Buck. He's missing his entire wing. That's unfortunate for him. He was looking for a good race. Still a lot of race to go, but he's going to have to start making some moves. We're going to see him coming to the pits, I bet. Alkaline Rage looking for a pass. Not close enough this time. Something happened with Buck. He was missing his entire.
I didn't quite catch it.
He was missing his entire front wing, so I'm not sure if he got into someone or the wall or what happened, but he's in the pits, and he also got a 5-second penalty on top of that. So things kind of snowballing for him at the moment.
Well, he had a
Alkaline,
couple track limit warnings and such, but
yeah.
I don't know if he bumped somebody or not.
Alkaline's sitting pretty. He's got nearly 70% on his ERS available, and he's definitely closing in on the
Oh,
back of
he might be able
Bays
to
and
make a
Jay.
double. Not quite.
Stig still kind of hanging around in that DRS zone. Assassin's going to want to pull him out to a second. That way he can get out of that.
Oh, Alkaline made the pass on Phase. Should have some DRS here.
Yeah, he's also coming up on the
Again,
ghost
pick up a
of
couple spots.
Ardonk. Yeah, he's going to get him here.
Very nice work.
Yeah, didn't even have to use much ERS, so that's good for him. Got Astonik closing up on the back of Warrior Ants and JPR. JPR's recovered well so far, having to drop back to 10th. He's all the way up into 6th.
Made up some spots. Those medium tires are obviously holding out for these guys.
Yeah, for sure. I lost the interval on my screen, so let me know if you see anybody battling for position. I'm hanging with Astonik and Warrior Ants right now.
Yeah, they're close.
Assassin has gone into the pits. Let's see what he decides. Looks like
soft
he's going to be the
those
soft.
soft tires must have been.
He's going,
Softs again, hey?
Yeah, going back on the softs.
He must be planning to finish on a harder compound.
Yeah, that's a different strategy, for sure.
The closest battle is still that right in the middle of the pack there with Warriors.
Yep.
Astonik.
Yeah, Stig with a nice gap on second, 8.5 seconds. He's just looking to run a clean race at this point.
JPR's got a couple DRS cars behind him. See if they're going to try to close that gap. Oh, Assassin made a quick move on Kevo. J95 is hunting a Red Bull. Unfortunately, FaZe and Buck have some time to make up.
Yeah, FaZe looks like 23 seconds down, so that's really going to hurt him. Some of those guys in the back are really hoping for a safety car at this point. Assassin's looking to make a move on Astonik. He's closing up on that group with him and Warrior Ants and JPR.
J95 is swapping on to the mediums and a new front wing.
Crew Steamer's just got overtaken. Looked to be fairly easy by JK there. Was coming out of that DRS straight, so I'm sure that had something to do with it. Pass got the job done on Astonik there. Crew Steamer's closing up on the back of JK here, coming into the last turn.
Stig still holding on to that 8-second gap.
Yeah, it's staying fairly stable right now. I'm sure he's just running, trying to run clean laps, not really pushing too hard, saving up that ERS.
I didn't see quite how long it takes for a guy to get through the pit lane there, so it'll be interesting to see where everyone ends up when they wear out some tires.
Yeah, for sure. We know that Stig and Passassin had about an 8-second gap on second, and Passassin actually went all the way down to 8th, I believe, coming out of the pits. So I'm gonna say it's got to be around 20 seconds or so. Maybe a little less, give or take, but I'm really anxious to see how this strategy works out for Passassin. He's made the pass on JPR, so he is moving through the field up to 5th. Got Kevo on the hards, so I would think he's trying to make it the rest of the way.
Yeah, which is doable. Fresh set of hards should be able to make 16 laps, no problem.
Right, for sure. Kevo with the 3-second penalty.
So it's, I guess, a matter if he can keep some pace. That'll be the biggest thing. Needs to gain some time for sure. He's just outside of the points.
And
Alkaline pitted.
He made those softs last for 9 laps, so that's pretty impressive. I know Passassin pitted pretty early on the softs. Looks like Alkaline's going on to the mediums, so I would think that would be a 2-stop, but it's going to be close, I feel like. He stretched those
I guess it
softs.
depends on if you listen to Jeff or not.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Not always the best move, I don't think.
Assassin's moving up on JJ Dog. He's really putting the pressure on.
He definitely is. He's just on a tear right now.
Field's pretty spread out right now. Alkaline's trying to get his 10th position back here.
I think we might see a move here with Passassin and JJ Dog. Yep, got it done. So nice move there from Passassin. And JJ Dog gets a 5-second penalty. Do they have any damage?
It didn't look like it, but it might be slight.
Oh, and to make matters worse, I think
Yeah, you definitely want to use that every chance you get.
Alright, so we'll make a quick run through the field with 15 laps to go. We've got Stig in first, JK in second, Crew Steamers in third, JJ Dog in fourth with Passassin right behind him, JPR in sixth, Warrior in seventh, R-Dunk eighth, Kevo in ninth, Alkaline Rage in 10th, battling with Astonik right now for 10th. We've got Buck in 12th, FaZe in 13th, and J95 in 14th. Looks like we've got JK and Black Stig in the pits.
We got a few guys pitting. Orions, JPR, Stig, JK.
So
throwing on the hards for those two.
These are going to be the one-stop guys. So I would say most of them will be putting the hards on.
Be curious to see how wore down those tires are in first and second place.
Yeah, for sure. Sitting on 12 laps on the mediums. Might see a move here. Yep. Black Stick with another penalty. That's at least 6 for him, I know.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
He's making
pretty
a move
close racing in the middle of the
JK.
field here.
Looks like he's got it done. Nice move by Stig there, coming out of the DRS zone.
Got a little train going from 8 to 11.
Sure do. A lot of close racing. Got Astanik looking to make a move on Kevo.
Oh, Dunk is pitting.
Yeah, that's going to put him near the rear of the field, I think. Looks like he might come out around 11th or 10th.
I have a feeling the JJ Dog and Crew Steamers are going to throw on another set of
Oh!
mediums.
Astanik gets into the back of, who was that? His teammate. Oh no, the Alfa Romeo of Kevo. So that's unfortunate, and doesn't look like he has any damage. But yeah, he definitely got into the back of him there.
Well, it was clean, but I feel like it was bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, it's like I said,
really close gaps.
Right. So he's going to have some work to do. He's going to make it to the end on those hards, I would imagine. But, oh, he gets into Buck. It's getting a little aggressive out here now, but he's going to have another run at Buck.
Assassin and Steamers are in the pit. Curious to see what Assassin does. I feel like Crew Steamers is going to throw in another set of meat. Oh no, we went with hards.
Yeah, I feel like he might have started on the mediums. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what JJ Dog, what his plan is. He might be planning on going to the softs. If he can
really push the mediums.
Yeah, if he can push those mediums for probably 3 laps. I know we saw Alkaline Rage run 9 laps on the softs. Got Stig looking to make a move on JK. These guys have been going at it. Oh, they're making contact. 2 teammates in Tier 1, not holding anything back in Tier 2.
Alkaline moved up on Warriors.
And JJ Dog's in the pits. So, I don't know. At this point, you end up running the mediums longer than the hards, which I'm not sure that's going to be beneficial to you. So I don't know. I feel like that's gonna hurt him a little bit. And he's down to 4th. We'll see if Passassin can close the gap down to him. Looks like he is. So Passassin's, I think he's sitting pretty. He's 2 seconds down from JJ Dog. But currently JJ Dog is the top tier 2 driver that we have. So he's looking at first place points. And Passassin is on the medium tire, which should be a faster tire. So we'll see if he can hawk down JJ Dog and make a pass.
Yeah, with the remaining laps, I mean that little bit of extra grip over the hard might be enough to move him up.
Right. And look at Alkaline Rage, up to P6. So from
he's fighting
13th or 14th. I mean, that's a solid improvement for him. Big points. Got Kevo closing up on the back of JPR. Looks like JPR is ghosted.
Yeah, it said that he left, so hopefully he gets back in.
Do you mind shooting him an invite, G?
I did, yep.
Okay, good deal. So yeah, still got a battle going on for the lead up here with Black Stig and JK. Gonna have a move made in this DRS zone, looks like. So these guys have been going back and forth for the last several laps. They make a little bit of contact. It's fun watching that. J95.
Yeah, he's pushing him.
Closing on the back of FaZe. He's looking to make a move with DRS here. Black Stig.
Does he have enough room?
He's gonna make some room.
Oh, too wide.
Oh.
Oh. JK holds on.
Yeah, these boys racing with nothing to lose here. So this is
they are pushing each other.
It's gonna be fun for the last few laps.
Oh. I think he got a little contact there. Assassin, he is closing that gap on JJ Dog.
He has.
He's just outside of DRS.
Yeah, 3 laps. He's closed a second, basically.
JK and Stig, they are really going at it.
Yeah, he's going to get DRS here. He doesn't have any ERS, so he's not going to be able to make a move this time. JJ Dog sitting pretty with about 50% ERS. JPR is just left again.
Still quite a few laps left, but both Red Bulls are in the points now.
Yeah, solid drives
from both. They
both.
At the bottom of the field.
Yeah, for sure.
J95 is moving on FaZe.
Alkaline's going to have to make those tires last.
Oh! I think there might have been some contact there. FaZe lost an end plate and spun out. I didn't see any penalties handed out yet, but I think they definitely collided.
And Bays is missing a left end plate, so that's not going to be good for him. Already on old mediums.
Well, there's only 8 laps left. I mean, maybe he goes in and throws on a set of softs and
yeah. I think if he goes
tries
in,
to really push it.
that's definitely got to be the play. See if JJ Dog can hold off Passassin in this DRS straight.
He's pushing him.
Oh, he is. So he's gonna have to wait for a later time to try to make a move. JJ Dog still sitting nice with the ERS. He's gonna be able to hold him off unless he makes a mistake. I know JJ Dog has at least 3 seconds, so that might come into play as well. Buck looking to make a move on Bays. Got DRS. Great exit. Looks like they might have made a little contact there. JJ Dog with another 3-second penalty. And looks like Pass has got by him. So this is effectively the race for the lead in Tier 2. And we still have JK and Blackstig swapping the lead. Not sure I've seen a battle like this for a long time.
No, it just keeps going.
Not sure he got a good enough exit to make a move here. JJ Dog just trying to hang on to stay in DRS range on Assassin. He's right on the edge now. They're coming up to the detection zone now. Looks like he's going to be outside of DRS range.
Well, with the closing laps here, just make another shout out to our main sponsor, Chris H Design. If anyone's curious about ordering some gear for your sim racing wheels, head on over to his Etsy/shop/Chris H Designs. And if you're curious about the league, if you want to join, head on over to our website, or just check up on your favorite drivers, or order your favorite driver customized shirts. CanAmRacingLeague.com.
So Assassin is kind of making a gap on JJ Dog on the faster compound tire. It's gonna be tough for JJ Dog to close it down. It's gonna be the last few laps unless Assassin makes a mistake, I think.
He's hunting that podium spot.
Yeah, he's down to 1.2 seconds on Crew Steamer. He might be within DRS in another lap.
Astanik's moving up on Warriors as well.
We've got our Duncan ninth. Looks like he's kind of running his own race. 10 seconds to the car in front and 13 to the car behind. He's my teammate in Tier 1 and my brother too. So hopefully he does a little better in a couple hours. Assassin is within DRS now on Crew Steamer. I'm not sure that Assassin might not be able to catch them too.
If Assassin's gonna make it, he wasn't using ERS. He's got very little left.
I think he might be saving it for the front stretch. That's going to be his next best chance to pass. Crew Steamer picks up a 3-second penalty, so it might not matter.
Well, that'll definitely help his cause. Astanik's right behind Warriors.
Yep, he has closed the gap quickly.
He wants that spot.
And Buck's moved up to 11th. He was in 14th not long ago, so he's having a pretty good recovery drive after that early spin.
A late race push.
JJ Dog starting to close up on the back of Assassin. He's cut it about half a second in the last lap or two. Those mediums might start to fall off here pretty soon, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the race end, they'll definitely be getting down there.
He's pushing hard. He just picked up another 3-second penalty, so that's going to put him up to 9 at least. Looks like Blackstig and JK decided to stop switching positions every DRS straight.
Well, you might have spoke too soon.
Stig using up the rest of his ERS. Looks like JK is saving his up for maybe a last lap push. So this could be interesting. Assassin just can't get up close enough to Crew Steamer to make a pass.
JJ Dog fell off a little bit there.
He did. Lost about 6/10.
Astanik's pushing on Warrior ends here.
Oh, he thought about a move. Oh, and he picks up a... I think every time we switch to somebody, they picked up a 3-second penalty.
He's keeping him in his crosshairs, that's for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. And Warrior Ants is running inside of the ghosted McLaren of FaZe. I think he's making a move here. Yeah, he definitely is. He's got it done. Got it done early. Wow.
See if he can hang on to it.
And Passassin has made the
move.
pass. So that puts him P3 and currently P1 for Tier 2. He's going to try to keep Crew Steamer out of that DRS range. Not going to be able to this time.
Closes the gap. Won't be able to make the move. Be interesting to see where any sort of penalties play out moving guys around the grid.
Yeah, I have not seen any from Passassin. I know that was his goal going into today. The last couple of races he's picked up a few more penalties than he wanted, and he really wanted to keep it clean coming into today.
I think he's achieved that.
I think we might start to see a move from JK. He's saved up that ERS to 70%, and Black Stig is running on fumes. He's waiting for that last lap.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be with a guy right on your tail.
No, not at all. I think he's waiting for that last lap.
He's in DRS and he's got tons of ERS, so...
Yeah, as long as he can keep it close in the corners, he's going to be able to make a move in the straight.
He really want a nice clean exit coming around under that back straight.
Black Stick locks up a little. Oh, he spins it! Oh!
No! We spoke too soon. Commentator's curse.
Oh my goodness. So he's still, as much ERS as he has saved, he can still make a move.
He's staying within DRS, so that's a positive.
As long as he gets a good exit in this next, out of this next ERS straight corner, he's going to be there, I think. He's got 7.
Crew Steamers is still putting the pressure on a Assassin. Warrior Ends is staying on the tail of Astanik.
Yeah, we're gonna see a move, I think, here. He's coming.
There he goes. JK takes P1 on the final lap. Let's see how he makes out.
Yeah, Stig's not gonna give it to him. I can guarantee that.
He's not. Still a lot of lap left.
And don't forget
They've been
about
pushing each other all race.
Yeah, don't forget about the penalty situation.
That can definitely change some things for sure.
Oh, JK, what's happened?
Somebody lost it.
JK spun. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Assassin's moving in on him.
Wow. Coming into the last
no.
turn. That is unbelievable. Assassin moves to P1. Wow.
There's that penalty situation.
That is crazy.
Wow. JJ Dog bumped down by Alkaline. I'm assuming due to penalties.
What a race from Alkaline.
He pushed hard. Coming up from P13, I believe.
I believe so. And looks
there
like
we go. We got guys finishing.
Astanik is going to lose the position of Warrior Ends due to penalties. Our dunk comes
P5 and P9 for the Red Bulls.
Yeah, that's a good day for Red Bull. Especially considering where they started.
Buck moves up into the points.
And that was his goal. That was his goal moving, coming into the race after kind of a disappointing qualifying session.
It was a good push by him as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I
for
know he
sure.
was near the bottom of the grid a couple times, so
Yep. I'm gonna try to get Blackstig and our podium finishers into the party. Yeah, not surprised there.
Assassin was up and down, and
Yeah, so the strategy paid off. The two stop. You don't see that often on this game, but definitely paid off for him today.
JK.
How are we all doing today?
What
How you guys?
Good, how are you?
happened? What happened, JK?
Right.
The pressure amounted too high.
Oh my
It
goodness.
did. I
It's
spun
the
on that
JK
corner
curse.
earlier.
we
Yeah, I gotta give it up to you, Assassin.
Yeah, for sure.
Great job on not getting any penalties and staying with it. One.
Had a tough track for penalties
Fantastic driving, guys.
Yeah.
too.
Nice.
So, Blackstig and JK, we were kind of making fun of you guys. It seemed like you were just passing each other on.
You were the
it seemed like you
Mhm.
guys were passing each other on each DRS straight.
definitely the talk of the
We
town.
were.
Yeah, it was real. Like we weren't just playing around at all. So, it would just happen that we were at the same, getting the DRS all the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yep, yeah. Great race
It
between
was a
you
great
two.
battle.
I know the last seemed like 20 laps. You guys were just within like half a
Right.
second of each other.
right.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was close.
I even said, I'm like, yeah, well, this is for first and second. Like they're gonna be right on us because
Yep.
they're
Yep.
gonna be happy for that.
I
Exactly.
didn't even know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
But-
good race.
but-
Good race to both of y'all.
I think
Ow.
so. Yeah.
No,
Potentially,
one of the
yeah.
Red Bulls didn't.
So, Pass. I think you might have been the only guy actually go for the two-stop strategy. What was your thinking there? Okay. Yeah, you worked it.
Well, it
worked
seemed
it
to
to
pay off.
perfection. Yeah,
Yeah.
You-
Clean race.
yeah, you
Clean
had
race.
had a heck
Hats
of a
off
race
to you.
for sure. All right, guys.
Thanks for joining.
Congratulations on the win.
Yes. Congrats.
All
Our
right,
youngest
G-
winner in CRL.
Yeah,
14 years old.
14 years old.
14. Wow.
He
This-
was pushing.
Man, if it weren't for I was 3/10. 3/10 I would have had to win, but I
You were
couldn't
there.
I was there. So, oh well. I'll get them next time.
Oh, you guys definitely kept her close throughout the majority of the race.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
All right, G.
It was
Well,
good watching.
I think we're ready to shut it down. Thanks everybody for tuning in with CRL, watching the Tier 2 race. We'll have the Tier 1 race coming up in about an hour, 7 Eastern. So tune in to us for that as well. And for Jeep and myself, everybody have a good night.
Thanks for watching.